We're just going to go over how to download and install VirtualBox, which is a virtualization application. Alright, that allows us to install operating systems on a virtual machine so that we do not risk harm to our physical machine. Also allows us to test things out, and if we don't like them, we don't install them on our host machine. And if we do like them, then we do install them on our host machine. So first things first, gotta download VirtualBox. So you just go to virtualbox.org. You'll be presented with this nice big download button. Click on it. Whatever host machine you have, whatever host operating system you have, which just means what is the operating system that you use on your physical machine. I'm currently, for this demonstration, using Windows. So I'll click on Windows, save, and then I would save it. I would save it to my desktop or wherever else you might want to save it. I've already downloaded the install file, so I'm just going to hit cancel here, but you would click save. All right. And then somewhere on your desktop you would see a install file. It would look like this. After you can double click on that, and it'll bring you to the setup wizard. Right, setup wizard. And you would just keep on clicking next, going through all the steps, keeping all the defaults until it's done installing. I'm going to click cancel because I've already installed it. Yes. Finish. And then once you've finished installing, you should have an icon like this for opening VirtualBox. You can double click on it. Nope, I already have it open. This is without this. Right. Let me get rid of this here. Alright, might give me an error here in all files. Alright, this is really what you would see if you open up VirtualBox for the first time. Nothing over here, right? Clean slate. Right, so next, what we're going to do is actually download Linux. For our purposes, we're going to download Lubuntu. So you can just go to this site here, lubuntu.me/downloads. Right, and you're not going to do the latest version. That's more experimental. We want this 1604.4, right? Means this is a stable version that is going to be supported, right, for many years. And you can either choose 32-bit or 64-bit, depending on the type of machine you're running, right? I'm running a 64-bit machine, so I'm going to go ahead and download the 64-bit ISO or CD image that we're going to be using in VirtualBox. Click on it, and you would click Save again, and choose where you want to save it to. I've already saved it. Okay, for the purposes of this tutorial, keep things moving. Right, I'm going to hit Cancel here, but you would click Save. Okay, so now that we have Lubuntu, the image downloaded, right, you can click New in VirtualBox. Give your Lubuntu operating system a name. Click Next. You should choose somewhere between 800 megabytes and 1 gig for the RAM size to be dedicated to this machine. All right, because this is going to be taken from your physical RAM and allocated to this virtual machine. Lubuntu is very lightweight, so 800 megabytes to a gig is plenty for Lubuntu. Click Next. Let's see, do you want to add blah blah blah? We'll just create a virtual disk now. Keep going with all these default choices. Next. Alright, dynamically allocated. Next. This is enough. Next, or create. Okay. So now we're at this point. And now we're going to click Start. And this is where we're going to choose. We're going to use this little file icon here. Choose our Lubuntu image. Click Open. Click Start. And And here's where the installation begins on our virtual machine. You can hit enter, and here we're going to choose install Lubuntu. Just wait a little while. Let's bring this back over here. And there we go. You're pretty much going to keep clicking continue, except you're going to check, right, first, make sure you check these two things. It's going to make the installation a bit smoother and our use of Lubuntu easier. All right. Go ahead and go with this first option. Remember, this is only happening to our virtual machine, not our host machine. Again, same deal. Continue. Continue. And here, keep going with continue. Right here, we have to give our machine a name, or ourselves a name as a user. Come up with a password for logging in. Okay, click continue. Alright, this might take a little while, so I'm just going to show you really quick. A nice little resource over at tldp.org. Okay, this is one of the resources I included in the class documents. Go to guides. Once you're on this tldp.org, go to guides. Scroll down a little ways till you see Introduction to Linux, Hands-On Guide. Click on that first HTML. And you're really going to start here at 8. Tells you what you need. You need an ISO, which is what we grabbed. We happen to have installed ours on VirtualBox. Okay, I'm just going to bring this over here. Next. And you can go next. Here's the outline, all right, of the of this guide. Chapter 1, and so on. All right, so this is a very, very handy resource, and we'll use it quite a bit throughout the course. All right. How's this doing? It's getting there. Let's look back at our resource here. Yep, so we can go to history. Self-explanatory. Talks about the history of Linux. Going. All right. As you'll see, as we begin exploring Linux, they have anything that you need to do with, you typically do in Windows or Mac, you can do in Linux. They have compatible software. Okay. Right. Good things about Linux, bad things about Linux, and so on. Alright, just going to skip some of this stuff for now. Okay. Alright, and we're going to really be practicing this stuff in the next video, some of this introductory commands right here. This is what you can look forward to for the next video, the next section of this class. Alright, so for now, let's just see how this is doing here. Oh, so while things are loading, right, it has, and installing, it has some information about compatible software, right. AbiWord is a word processor, Numeric is a spreadsheet software application, right. It has some video playing applications, audio playing, chat software, right. Has a software center, so we can either uninstall or install new programs through this. We'll also be mostly using command line interface options for that. Oh, there we go. Installation is complete. You need to restart in order to use new installation. Restart now. Please remove medium, press enter. You can just press enter and just wait. Alright, it's booting up. There we go. There's a login screen. Enter in your password and hit enter. Just wait a little bit and the desktops should appear. There we go. Alright, this is what your desktop in Lubuntu is going to look like. This is akin right down here. This is kind of like the Windows Start button. Right, click that. Look around at some of the different tools that are available to us. Alright, but for now, this will be enough for this tutorial. Just wanted to show you how to install VirtualBox so that we could install Linux as a virtual machine as opposed to directly on our machine. For now, this